Alright everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys had a nice break. Okay. So you guys all can hear me now, right? Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So what we are going to do now is let me quickly brief you with the second assignment, which is the creating the first draft of your cover letter. Sorry. So let's go to the evaluation sections and let's look at the assignment 2 cover letter draft. So assignment 2 is worth 20% of your final grade is assigned in week 2 today and due on the final day of week 5, which is June 9th, 2024, 11:59 p.m. Okay, there's quite a bit of time for you to work on it. So I'm sure that everyone will have enough time to create one. So the submission is you will need to create a draft copy of your cover letter tailored to the position that you are interested in, whether it's modeling, animation, rigging, compositing, anything, right? Pretty much any discipline that you think you will be ideal for your goal. Please submit your assignment to Microsoft or Google Word document, okay, Google Doc, to the assignment to assessment folder under assessment in the top navigation bar. Always keep a copy of your submission, okay? The description objective is to develop the first draft of your cover letter when applying for internship, part-time, and full-time positions. Step is do the research on the company that you are interested in to applying to. I gave you the link to the website before the break. You can use that to identify any one studio that you want to use it. Okay, it can be same studio as the first one. I mean the resume. It's completely fine. Okay, use the same studio if you like to. Okay. Or you can actually pick a different studio for the second assignment. It's completely fine by me. Okay. Second step is locate a position you would like to apply for, right? We know that. It's very important that you pick your discipline here. And then create a draft copy of a cover letter tailored to the company and position mentioned above. Okay. Guide and review the course notes, video lessons, resume checklist. If you do not know which position you are interested in applying for, please pick any random position, but make sure to pick the actual company or studio. Okay? You are welcome to submit PDF format, but it is generally recommended to submit a Word document for this assignment. Okay? It will be much easier for me to actually open it up and then possibly you can add it pretty much right later. This is since it is a draft. Strict late submission penalty will be also implemented. 10% deduction per day. Okay, so be aware of that. So let's quickly move on to the actual part of the assignment. So if you go down to week 2 exercise file, what I want to grab is the second one called the cover letter workbook. I'm going to download it and I'm going to open it up. So you can open this very document in Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Is completely fine. They are all compatible anyway. Okay. So let's look at that. So I start with my name, John Doe. This is the my address. My phone number, once again, the phone number will be more of an optional, but make sure that you add the email address at least, right? And then all the red highlighted is more of the command, and then just kind of explanation, supplementary. So when you, if you are using this template, you can simply remove that here. I'm gonna add 2 space. I'm gonna allow the 4 space right here. I'm gonna just make that. So for example, date will be, like for example, is the May 16, 2024. Of this name. So this can be skipped if you don't have it, right? But address title is maybe HR manager. Address of place of the employment is the name of the company. Well, it's in terms, what I say was HR manager was my mistake. You can just put down your studio name if you're interested. Maybe you know, whatever the unknown named studios. And your address or place, this can be any address, right? Street address, and then all the stuff in their information. So salutation. You can say that salutation, this is one way to kind of putting it. Dear, or you can put dear first, last name, or dear Miss or Mrs. If you do not know the name, dear hiring manager, hiring committee, I said do not use sir or madam, or it's completely fine to use to whom it may concern, okay? I can just say that as salutation here. But I'm going to take that out like this. To whom it may concern. Paragraph 1, I'm going to, it should consist of what job you are interested in, how you heard about the job, okay? Name of the who, or actually refers to. I'm going to take that out. So my name, my name here, I am John Doe, but I will actually change it into a normal color black. Doing a diploma in animation 3D program at Centennial College, Toronto, Canada. I did my graduation in multimedia at Image Multimedia in this place. Or if there are any additional education, you can actually add it here. That can be as simple as that, right? Paragraph 2 should talk about your experience and what you can bring to the job. Why you are a good fit to that job and the company. In this paragraph, you should also talk about your interest in the particular company. Use the keywords, its mission statement, or core values. That is something that we kind of talked about it earlier when we are making a resume. You know, we talked about little tips, right? Make sure that you look at the job posting thoroughly and look at those the qualification part of that job posting. Will be give you a good idea what they want, right? So let me just take that all out right here. So games and cartoon becomes my life from small age itself. Character props animation had already fascinated me and led me into their worlds to create them. Pursuing 3D animation, the program has helped me achieve hands-on experience in various software, should be S there, like Maya, After Effects, Photoshop. If you have more, you can list the software that you are using. So I'm going to take that out. I would like to be an animator at this studio, right? Which is unknown named studios. I am keen to work with an internationally renowned firm like yours. which would offer experience beyond what I have currently been exposed to. I am confident that being a part of a company will allow me to use my capability to the fullest while furthering my firm's goals or being a key resource to, once I can mention that, my studio name again. Okay, so that can be your second part. Third part is your third paragraph should include request or follow up for an interview, such as I look forward to hearing from you to set up an interview, or I will follow up with you in 2 weeks regarding the status of my application. You can say those kind of things in this third paragraph. You will also include how to reach you here, or your phone number or email. So I'm going to take them all out. That's a sample. I'm just gonna put it right here. So I hereby attach my resume along with a link to my demo reel. I look forward to hearing from you regarding this opportunity and taking this further at the earliest. Thank you for your time. Complimentary close, which is just a simple expression. I'm gonna take that out. Just pick one. I'm gonna go with respectively, John Doe, right? I will just put down my phone number, and my email address. Actually, this is indeed my real one. Phone number is not. But you can see that I made into a simple one-page cover letter that I can actually use that. And I use this as more like a template to actually, as a starting point, right? And with this one, I can just change it here and there depending on which company that I want to apply to. And, but once you have something like this, you don't have to create everything from the scratch all the time. It can be quite time consuming, especially when you have multiple of studios that you want to apply to at the same time, right? So, but you don't want to create some kind of very generic email or the cover letter that, it kind of come across like in wrong fashion, right? So, so it's just something that you need to be a little careful, but otherwise this is pretty much the formality of the what the cover letter should be about in the end. Okay? It can be as simple as that. But I do expect you guys to come up with some kind of more workable thing depending on the company that you want to apply to. Okay? So I do expect it, has a similar format like what I showed to you, but I especially on this second part, right? So think hard about what we talked about in terms of why this is the area you should be explaining why you are the candidate, why you are the best candidate, and then what interests you to apply for the job or this company, right? Those are two main questions that you should be really thinking about and kind of articulate it and explain that in the second paragraph. You don't have to go into very details, right? Because there is a limited space, right? But just think of that, like what you have, what I showed to you is kind of in a similar fashion will be more than enough, okay? And then once again, the last part is I hereby attach my resume and then kind of explain all the details, right? And then I'm looking forward to hearing from you and taking this further at the earliest. Okay? And then the ending with your contact information in the end. Well, in my case, I usually also, if I can, maybe I will also add my link to the demo reel on the bottom. Okay, if I have that thing, as I explained to you guys last week, I do prefer to include a link to my demo reel on the every possible document that I want to submit to the job. So it will just make things easier for the reviewer to actually look at my work quickly. right? Okay. Any question? It's very straightforward, right? So, and I'm sure that I do think that it's important exercise for you guys to really do that. Okay. I know it can be a little bit different. Once again, in the bottom line, the demo reel is the king of everything. So the demo reel is the most important, and that is in almost the single factor that will decide whether you're going to get a job or not. However, in terms of the actual process, you do need to adhere to some of the formality that that comes with applying for a position, and the cover letter and resume as job readiness package are the actually required documents that will be frequently asked from the prospective employers. Okay, so just think that this is something that you need to do, but ultimately once you have one, everything will be a lot more streamlined and that will be much easier for you to move forward. Okay. So that's pretty much covers everything for today's class. So do you guys have any question? It does not have to be about cover letter, but if you have any general question about the industry, if that's something that I am aware of, I'll be more than happy to share them with you, right? If you don't have it right now, that's completely fine. You can bring it up in next class, or if you want a quick response, you can always email me and ask me about that too, right? So every time it works in that regard. Sounds good? Any other question? You guys are good? Yeah. So in terms of next, in your final semester, so sometimes they're getting a job in the animation studio. Some of them getting like a more of the, usually for you guys, most likely when you guys into the final semester, there will be like a video game collaboration project. There will be some projects will be also works as the field placement, most likely. So those kind of things, they'll certainly also participate in that. You guys know that the Centennial students who actually participated in the video game collaboration received the first place, and the for the Ubisoft contest was it's a level up, I think. Yeah, so it was amazing in that way. They beat out all the other college students who came in for that show for that award, and then they actually placed the first place. So it was a pretty amazing. That was a pretty fun project. That's one of the projects that's going to be available for you most likely in the fall semester. I will most likely handle overseeing that project, so I will let you guys know if that actually happens. Okay? No, it cannot. It actually defeats the purpose of the field placement. But I'm always open to the idea, so I will give you guys a more update on that one. Okay, Stella. It actually depending on the industry and how the industry is doing. So sometimes there is a lot ample opportunity for internship, but sometimes because of the very reason, it may not be. Because internship itself can be quite tricky, because some studios with a different region, they are unable to offer any kind of internship, right? So it actually plays a bit of the, not exactly what we want. So in that regard, we already come up with a different way for you guys to finish that up. So not to worry too much about it, okay? Sometimes I will actually assign some additional project for you guys if those of you guys are having trouble finding an internship, okay? So yeah, so there will be other opportunity, and obviously there will be opportunity to do actual internship as well. So just keep that in mind about it, okay? Some people actually, some of the guys actually actually apply for a job and get a job offer while they finishing up their study as well. So there will be opportunity for that as well. Okay. Sometimes there will be animation job that can be worked as the hours as well, right? So okay. Also going back to Andrea's question, so as for a field placement, anything that's related to 3D can be nice work as internship. It can be job. It can be job. It can be some of you can work with a smaller scope, like a client, individual client, or sometimes time to time, if you actually find an industry person who can actually oversee your project, right, during the final semester, if you identify someone in the currently industry who is willing to work as a mentor for you, and then help you to work on a brand new animation shot or modeling work project, things like that, then I actually talk to the people in that regard individually and help them, give them a credit for that as well. Okay. All right. Yeah, so sometimes I know that some of you guys already have some good idea about how to apply and things like that, but I also understand that some of you guys this may be the first time for sure. So I'll try to share as much as information as possible about this process, and then once you get a hang of it, it will become natural to you. So you don't have to keep thinking about, oh, did I forget this step and that. You don't have to worry that much in that regard. Making free content for a job interview, designing a rough game level. I heard some hiring manager people appreciate it. You don't have to. I'm not quite sure that what you mean, making a free content for a job interview. There's no point for you to bring anything. I mean, you can have something and then maybe share that during a job interview. It's like saying that this is my, additional project that I did not add it in my demo reel, but do you want to kind of take a look at it? That can be possible, right? But unless it's just specifically requested by them, there's not actually point for you to actually do something like that, in my view. And don't do any free work. I'm not sure if that is what it meant, but I do not believe in any kind of a free work because you guys are professional, and whatever the work that you guys do, you should be compensated properly. Okay. Um, so I do not believe in any free work. I never do a free work for anyone. And you guys shouldn't be doing that unless you want to create your own project, right? Then maybe you get together with your close friends or classmates or coworkers, right? And get together, maybe work on something big, right? Big project, collaborative project. That's great, right? And that may not involve like actual money or anything like that, but for the sheer purpose of doing it for a job interview, getting a job, or if they actually ask you to do a kind of free work, then I wouldn't actually think them as that legit people that you would like to work with moving forward. Okay. I agree with you. It's don't do any free work. I don't believe in free work. So, that's just my personal view. Maybe some other professor that in other class may saying otherwise, because everyone has their own opinion how they go about it. But I don't believe that. Okay. I strongly believe that whatever you guys do, hard work needs to be properly compensated. Yeah, that's how you keep your value up as a professional artist, right? That's who you guys are worth it. Of course, Derek, I'd love to see that for sure, and that's something always excited me to see how that's gonna pan out, right? So feel free to let me know, and I'd love to check it out, and help you in any possible way. Okay, that's good stuff. I love that. I love that initiative. That's great. Okay, guys. Thank you very much, everyone. Once again, I really appreciate for today's class. I know that we have to run the class online today. That was unfortunate. So, but I hope I really appreciate for you guys' understanding on these matters. Yeah, the things are a bit. Let me